what does YNG mean to you?
In response to that, I have a question for you. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Youth in Government is a program where high school students from across California come together and they emulate our California government.
It's called Model Legislature in Court. If you're in a legislative house, you write bills and you debate them on the Senate or Assembly floors. And then there's the court program. You have a Supreme Court, a Court of Appeals, you have a trial court.
It's hosted by the YMCA, of course. To me, I think most importantly in the title is actually youth. The government's a really interesting part of it, but I think government's more of like the vehicle and through which like the youth can actually develop.
'Cause you light up the park.
Well, at Bob in particular, for people who don't know that, it is Camp Roberts, and it's basically a military camp where 3,000 students, as I said before, come together.
At Bob 1, especially for all the newcomers, this is their first time actually applying all the things that they've been working on. None of them know what to expect.
Bob 1 is kind of interesting because people don't yet understand fully what YNG is.
That first time you step into that dusty tent and everyone's just so excited, but you don't know what you're excited for.
It's really interesting seeing all these fresh faces scared showing up to Bob, and by lunch everyone already has this self-confidence.
But as the conferences progress, and especially at Sacramento, you notice this extreme difference. When you get to Sacramento, everyone's talking to each other freely even if they've never met before, so you just really see a progression in everyone's behavior.
Everyone in the program is passionate about it. Maybe not at first, maybe not even after the first or second conference, but all the delegates that return for a second year have found that magic of youth in government.
This whole like 5-6 month process of going to Bob twice, going to weekly meetings, and then finally like the culmination of everything, you're in SAC, you're seeing the Capitol, you see the actual legislators. It's like a checkpoint. It's like, wow, I made it.
For me personally, YNG has made me more outspoken and more confident about everything that I believe.
In the environment of youth in government, it kind of forces me to push myself out of the confines of my comfort zone.
The most important thing that the program has done for me was it kind of took all of my passion and all of my energy and gave me somewhere to put it.
It used to be kind of hard for me to like talk to adults, but now I can talk to an adult and like say how I feel and I'm not embarrassed.
It affects me in a way that instills within me a desire to create change.
It is a program that has taught me to care about other people, to care about myself, to care about other people's opinions and the world around me.
When 3,000 students have a purpose and show the rest of the world that like, hey, we can do stuff, we do care about what's happening around us, that's like great.
I get so excited. I can literally go up to anyone and be like, hey, I follow you on Instagram, my name's Sophia. For an hour and a half, you can just be with people you love.
When I'm around YNG people, I want to smile. Every single meeting that I went to with VHY, I could walk up to any person in the room and have a meaningful conversation with them.
You know that Mean Girls table that it's like the coolest people you'll ever meet? Well, it's like all of YNG.
It's a program where people care about this world. Like, people create bills on issues that they care about. Like, I didn't even know teenagers cared about the world.
The majority of the people there are listening to what you have to say because they care about what you have to say. As a freshman, that was something I hadn't experienced before. Having these people listen to you and want to hear you.
HY has this sort of mentality where even though we grow in numbers, that just doesn't mean that we grow apart, we actually grow closer together.
You show up and you learn so much, and really the government part is not what matters. It's really the growth that you're going to go through, all the friends that you're going to make.
It's a place where I think everyone can be their most intellectual, but also their most free-spirited.
It has taught me that anyone can inspire other people. You know, I aspire to inspire others.
I personally had a really fantastic experience in VHY. I felt like I had, 96 brothers and sisters.
You can stand up and say what you want to say and everyone will cheer for you and clap for you no matter what it is.
My favorite time in like YNG is always like the friendship ceremony at the end. When at the end of Sacramento, when we all like settle down and like kind of reflect on the entire year, everyone gets to like look back and examine all the growth that they've accomplished.
After the friendship ceremony, I couldn't talk because I was sobbing the entire time.
I've never cried as much as I cry during YNG, but in a good crying.
Debate is such a positive thing because it's not argument, it's this discussion where people get together and put forth all these ideas, and that's how we create the best system for everybody.
There's an opportunity to speak. When I got up there and when I said my opinion and when I saw that everyone was listening to me, that moment after you finish your speech is literally the best feeling in the world.
I wanted something to give me the support group that I need in high school to get through all the ups and downs.
It's something where I've met some of my closest friends and I've done some of the coolest things and the things that I'll always remember. I leave my home, I drive to the YNG meeting, and it's like I got back home.